You know, Chris.
He's a straggler.
You know, Chris.
Okay.
He's planning a wedding, guys.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yep.
He doesn't know what he's in for.
Amen to that.
He'll learn quick enough.
Yep.
It won't be too late.
He'll start joining those fitness classes.
You'll have to join Zumba.
All right, well, let's start. Put yourself in the shoes of Brentwood Associates Management. You must decide whether or not you'll exit Zoe's kitchen now, and if so, what is the best exit option? We need to vote as a group.
All right,
What
let's
should
vote.
Brentwood do? I say wait and grow.
I say wait and grow. Couple holdouts.
I'm kind of
What are the
torn.
What are the options again?
Well, they could do the IPO now. They could sell to a strategic buyer or financial buyer advantage, or wait and grow.
Yep.
I thought they should wait because just like
They
that,
only had like
noodle.
they only had like 15 stores. I mean, the only reason why they were
They got 102 stores.
Yeah, they have.
well, I mean, yeah. But the only reason why they were doing it is because the sales numbers looked great. Now, don't get me wrong, that's one of the reasons why you would want to go IPO and everybody would be energized. But it's still one of the smallest restaurant chains to be publicly traded. So it still
I thought
has
it
a
was
lot
only
of
20 stores.
No, they had 102 by the time they were looking at going as an IPO.
Yeah.
They started out with 20.
yeah.
Or well, they
Okay.
when Brentwood joined in, they had 20 stores, 19 actually. But
19, yeah. That's right.
I just didn't see an urgent need for them to.
Yeah, like he's making a ton of money. He's like doubling it all the time. I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but what if he waits and it doesn't grow?
Well, all
I
right.
think you should sell.
I'm kind of with Patrick. I think he should sell to the.
Sell it when it's like hot on the
Whatever it's
iron,
called.
man.
Yeah,
But it's not hot. It's hot like the numbers are good, but it's not hot like.
no, but did you see that a lot of the sales in that market right now, or at the time, were selling for close to what they would get as if they did an IPO, and then they don't have the risk of the IPO as well. Because what the companies like Brentwood do is they come in, buy when they're fairly young, build them up to where they can make a profit off of them, and then get out.
I know. Maybe I'm just thinking more of Mario right now. You know, I would like the income, right? So I'm just thinking like a person, not like a business owner. I mean, if I probably thought like that, maybe I would say get in and out as fast as you can and make a lot of money in the process.
Because what were they saying? It was at the time they were getting like 18, 19 times their EBIT on it. Wait,
Yeah.
who's that? Somebody just jumped in for a second.
Yeah, Chris, he's like Mexico.
I told you, he lives in Provo. There's no internet there.
Struggles. The struggle's real.
And again, he's probably uploading his newest YouTube song. So he's
probably rapping.
Here.
Yeah, because at a similar time, Yard House was sold at 20 times EBD, earnings before interest and tax, which is just as good, if not better, than what they would have gotten out of an IPO. So if they get the right buyers, if they sell now, they'll do an IPO without having to deal with waiting and potentially getting, not getting actually traded with an IPO or the IPO failing.
I just thought the valuation in 2 years would be a lot better for them, and they didn't seem like they were in a huge hurry, and the investors aren't asking on a return yet.
Well, they're not a public company, right? I read that
They're
right.
private.
That's
Right,
what if they
so-
went public, they would become
I'm all frozen.
IPO.
Which going public is never a good move, in my opinion.
It depends on what you're doing or what you're trying to do, but I would prefer to stay private myself too. But
Yeah.
the reason Brentwood wants to go public is because they're a group that just wants to get in 5-6 years and get a great investment and then pull out and go on to the next one. So for them, they're going public so they can be bought out. So for them, it doesn't matter. It would be, but because they want out. I mean, I would almost go with the more sure, quick thing that right now they could be valued as a higher rated company and could make quite a bit on the public sales.
But they have more risk because it hadn't been done before with a company that small, and then they were worried about their reputation. There's
That was with the IPO.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was with the sell to the private investors.
Oh, private, yeah.
Yeah, selling to them would probably be your best bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand the wait and see because the way things are going, they're going to grow. They should continue to grow and make it a little bit better for them in the long run. But for them to wait, there's a little bit more risk in it in the first place. And the second part of the problem could be, that they wait those 2 years. They try to go out with an IPO, and that IPO fails just like it could have in the first place. So there's a lot more risk in it. I mean, there's a chance for a lot more reward. So it depends on what kind of risk factor they want to deal with.
Well, I don't know, like how much more reward you get. I mean, they're making good money right now.
Well, I think if they waited 2 years, it was like 143 million. So
It's a lot of money.
what was your opinion, Chris?
What was the question?
Should they wait? Should they sell? Should they go IPO?
Sell it, go public, or wait? Well, I see with the direction it was going, I would wait a couple more years.
Boom. Winner, 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 chicken dinner.
That's how I feel anyway. Because, I mean, they could definitely sell. They want to get out, and they probably would want to sell right now. But I don't see the company failing or going down anytime soon. I only see it continually expanding.
What about
what do you
recovering
guys-
some of those losses from the changing the menu and the buildings, and waiting a few more years would help recover some of those?
I think so, yeah.
Have you guys ever eaten at Zoe's?
No,
No, I
no.
didn't even know that existed.
We don't have that.
I've been there before. It's not bad.
I've been at Noodles and Company, though. They're
I've never been.
competitive.
I've seen them, but I've never gone into one.
The
Really
Noodles
good.
a company's bomb.
Is that
Yeah.
it the same as Noodle Express? We have Noodle Express.
It's
No,
probably the same kind.
No,
type
that
of
one,
thing.
Noodle Express sells squirrel and coyote up there for you people. So
Yeah, I'm their supplier.
So,
Coyote.
I can't trust your taste buds.
so it doesn't say we have to be unanimous vote on this, right?
Nope, we can
Yeah.
move on.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've come up with good ideas for both, or really all three scenarios, but all right.
All right.
So that number 4. Come up with a earnings projection.
Wait.
Am I on that right?
Wow. You talk and your
Yeah.
lips don't even move.
Number 4 is a group allow each individual to state his or her position.
That's what we just
We've
did.
already kind of done that.
we just did that.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
already really kind of done that. So
I don't know, I'm on,
Oh, it's a group
just
allow
real quick,
each
one last thing.
individual-
I'm under the impression that if you have a good offer and you can make money, sell it because you don't know what's going to happen in the economy, in the restaurant business, and everything.
You want us to go to your side, huh?
That's just my own thought.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
I
that.
kind of agree with
I
that.
like that.
Can you repeat that, please?
Oh, I just said that. I mean, that's what I'm going to argue on the case. That you don't know what's happening in the economy. You don't know if you have a good offer and you make money. I mean, then take the proven money and don't keep gambling it away because you just don't know what could happen.
I like that.
I guess you want to have a good exit strategy, and that's like my last class I took on. We had to figure out like when you go into business, you want to make sure that you have a good exit plan. You need to know what you want to do and how much you want to make, and then when you hit those benchmarks, and you stick to the plan and either sell or whatever else you want to do, keep it. So.
Okay,
I
so
mean, look at Chipotle. Look what happened to them. Like they were killing. They were the best restaurant stock in the country for like quite a few years. I mean, one of the highest performers. Then they had a health scare, and with a lot of their different restaurants, and they've lost half their market share. Which I mean,
That's
millions
insane.
and millions of dollars.
It's still good though. E. coli and all.
I like Cafe Rio better, but
yeah, I do too.
I actually have a Cafe Rio in California.
it's good.
It's
Okay,
different.
All right,
so
next
what
one.
are some reasons for holding now?
What are some reasons for what?
Holding now.
Well, holding and not going public.
Yeah.
Weren't they in the time of recession? Like, weren't they just starting a recession, or were they past it already in their case?
They were past it. They were in 2013.
Oh, so they were like 4 years past it. 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think with his other companies, he was affected by that.
I'm gonna go to your
Okay.
the questions, Angelique.
Well, I mean, you
What?
could increase your stores in the United States, as they had plans to do, is expand, right?
Holding, like Angelique said earlier, I mean, they were starting to rebound from some changes that they made. If you look at the Exhibit 7, they went from 5.4 million in 2011 up to 10.8 million in 2013. So, they doubled in 2 years. So if they could double again, you hold and you're worth $20 million at that point. You've built more stores. It gives you a lot more opportunity of succeeding as an IPO, as well as it'll give you a lot more credibility as a company. It'll put you up into the realm of what Noodles was and that kind of stuff when they went public. So, it'll give you a little bit more guarantees.
Right.
How many of the locations of those 100 were franchises? Does it say?
None. They didn't franchise anything.
Well, I thought it was
I thought they
franchises.
had 3
They
franchises.
had 3 franchises or 3 franchise
But then they
restaurants.
decided not to franchise after that, I thought.
Yeah, they pulled away from franchise because they didn't have the infrastructure to be able to support it at the time.
Yeah,
But
it says
that was a goal that they were thinking about doing.
Okay, so what can go right under each scenario? So with IPO,
IPO, young, vibrant investors come in and invest.
What can go right under an IPO is that they, go in, they get a good initial offering. Their stock jumps in the next 3 to 6 months, and they're able to sell out at a nice profit, sell out their shares at a nice profit. What can go wrong is that their shares will, fail. They'll lose money, and have to pull it back in, and then they'll have a bad reputation going forward. For the wait or for sell now, they may sell it at an undervalued price, not make as much as they could have if they'd gone IPO or waited and gone IPO later. But what goes right is they get out from under it quick. They make their money, and they're all happy. And then for the wait and see, what goes right is they expand their business, grow it, and have a higher chance of success at an IPO, and to come out making a lot more money off the whole deal. And what can go wrong is that the economy goes bad, or something happens like with Chipotle, and they lose a lot of money, and then they can't sell it or go out and get an IPO.
Well, another thing to look at, if you look at the map of where they're at, I mean, one positive about going public and getting more money is that we're not even in the big states yet, the big, cash states for restaurants, which is out west, Idaho, Utah, California, Washington, Oregon, and Nevada. Because the economics out here, you make a lot of money in restaurants, especially in Idaho and Utah. And like these other states, North Dakota, like these states over here, I mean, you can make a lot of money in those states. So I don't know, I'm going to put that in my case analysis. They're only in basically the South, really.
Really, the Southeast, except for Arizona.
Right, and as a restaurant company, you want to be more diversified than that. So, like, say the South has economic problems, and you're still got your North or your West to
We get them at work.
Yeah. I would say though that they're growing strategically. Though they're not going out to those places because they don't feel they have the infrastructure yet to make it there, because they don't want to go too far away from what their base is. But you can see that they are expanding, into the Arizona, so they're getting that far. So I would say, I mean, I'm sure their footprint's a lot bigger than this now. I know South Carolina alone has 2 or 3 more Zoe stores or restaurants than what it's shown in this case. I think there's 3 just in the Columbia area, and I know there's 1 down in Charleston and 1 up in Greenville. So, I mean, I know there's at least 5 here now, if not 6 or 7.
So what could go right with a private seller? I said it's not they don't have the high cost. It's done quickly, especially
Yeah. Yeah, not as high a cost of sales. It's all right there. It's done quicker. And there's a chance that they can make almost as much with a private sale as they would off of an IPO.
Originally, I was going to make the next.
And then what can go right with holding on?
Well, the company will grow and continue to gain more profits and more public awareness.
Sell for more.
And then they would be able to either sell it outright for more or have a lot better chance of success with an IPO.
See, you could have come to our side.
Hey, I can go any side.
You were holding out on us, but you just gave our examples.
Yeah.
Hey, I can see benefits of multiple sides. I think, didn't I say last week I can justify anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good at that.
I'm pretty well on my way to hell. So
Just because you do homework on Sunday, that's not that bad.
I don't do a whole lot on Sunday. I watch football. Probably not any better.
I work on Sunday quite often.
Yeah, you work at Applebee's, don't you? You said you worked at Applebee's?
Yeah, I'm the general manager of the one in Pocatello.
So
Yeah, a little quick story, like off subject, but the founder of our company, we're a private company, and we own like 500 Applebee's, 250 Taco Bells, and like 130 Panera Breads across the country. And across the country right now, casual dining and restaurant sales are down, like nationwide. I mean, and that's bad news for everyone because that's like the first indication of a recession coming, was in restaurant sales are down. So anyway, we used to have a company party for Christmas in Portland, so I bought my tickets for it because my boss told me to. And then they said, "Oh, there's no money for Christmas parties this year, so we're not going to go." So
Aww.
I know, but the thing I'm going to tell you is we got a text today. It said the CEO of our company was flying from like Texas to Seattle, and he just landed in Idaho Falls, which is like a tiny, city, because he has an Applebee's there. Landed at Idaho Falls, went and took a tour of that store, and then sent his jet to Rexburg, which is where BYU Idaho is at. So they drove over to Rexburg, and then they flew out of Rexburg, and I thought they were going to come to Pocatello, but they flew to Seattle. And I was like, we don't have any money to do a company party, but you can just like jet set around the country and fly wherever you want and check out stores. It's freaking ridiculous.
I could have told you that before the jet was going everywhere.
You what?
I could have told you that before the jet was landing and going and landing and going. They have the money. That's just all talk, bro.
Oh no, I'm just like serious. Like today he told me, "Oh, sorry, man. There's no money. We're not gonna do a company party." And then like,
there's never any money, and I realize that it's never good enough.
Yep. And then he's like, "Oh, we just landed in Idaho Falls," and then it's seriously Idaho Falls to Rexburg is like 25 minutes. Instead of driving back to Idaho Falls and leave the jet there, they flew the jet to Rexburg. I guess they have an airport there, and they flew out of Rexburg. I'm like, that's unreal.
That is.
Anyway, go ahead.
Makes you happy to work for that company, huh?
Yeah. And I told my wife, I was like, we already got the tickets, so we're going to go to Portland anyway, and we'll have our own Christmas party.
I won $100 at my ex-husband's Christmas party at the hula hoop contest.
Oh,
Yay!
our holiday party got
I won
canceled last year.
$100 in the drinking contest. So we had to guess what kind of wines they were, and guess who won? Me, without taking a sip, only by smelling them.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
We're very impressed, Mario.
That was impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Just by smelling them.
I think you're full of it.
No, I've thrown up to each one of them, so it was pretty easy. Like, damn, I remember that one.
All right, crazy.
Good times.
What can go wrong with an IPO? I think we kind of already talked about that. The shares could fail. They could lose money.
They could get a bad reputation.
Bad rep. And then, did we talk about the negatives? What could go wrong with the private seller?
The biggest thing is they probably won't get as much money in the sale. Yeah.
And then waiting. You said that kind of what could happen with Chipotle. Health scares. The economy could go bad. Anything else? Okay. How much is Zoe's? Is it Zoe's? Zoe's.
Zoe's.
Yes, Zoe's.
Worth under each exit option. I don't know. Do any of you guys know that? I don't know.
What was the question? Sorry.
How much is Zoe's worth under each exit option?
That's our Excel spreadsheet right there.
Yeah, and I didn't have time to start on that one.
We could work on that this week and then email it to each other.
Okay.
I mean, if you go with what Yard House sold for at 20 times EBIT, it would be worth 20 million, or is that 200 million? Is that right? Just going off of what 2013's numbers are. Is that 200 million? Does that sound right? 20 times the 10, 899.
Well, it'd be 20.2, wasn't it? It was got that was there 13.
And then I can't remember what the IPOs were.
Okay, well, we'll work on that one.
All right.
Oh, we're supposed to discuss how we got our answers
Oops.
on what it's worth.
Well, we can email each other
Well, we can email.
during the thing.
Okay. What differences did you observe in the valuations based on who buys the company? Based on who?
Not that you guys really care, but there's actually 8 Zoe's locations in South Carolina now.
Brian, you're so funny.
He's a statistics guy.
You just eat it. Yeah.
And they're actually in like Pennsylvania and Colorado and a few other
You're not
places.
going to go to bed till you make that Excel spreadsheet either.
What's that?
I said you're not going to go to bed till you make that Excel spreadsheet either.
No, I'll go to bed.
So the next question is, why would you sell to a financial buyer instead of an IPO? Why would anyone sell to a financial buyer instead of an IPO?
You skipped our other question.
Yeah, but we don't know because we don't know what the valuations are.
You have to do the sheet.
So I don't know. We'll work on that. Does anybody have any time later this week? We can maybe jump on for just that one thing once we get an Excel spreadsheet out there.
Maybe Friday. I have some time Friday night.
Yeah, Chris, you got time Friday night?
I don't have time Friday night,
Friday
guys.
night.
Dang.
Come on, guys.
It's all
Or you
about
get
you,
one.
Chris.
Or you get a one.
Chris, just check your email. We'll just email back and forth.
Yeah, I won't be.
Well, let's
My fiance's right here.
let's work on those and then just hook up for a few minutes later.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
For the why would anyone sell to a financial buyer instead of an IPO is, one, it's a quicker sell and you can get out of it and it alleviates a lot of the what ifs.
Yeah, efficiency, less risk. Okay.
So it says I found a quick thing. It says financial buyers. It says these include private equity firms, also known as financial sponsor, venture capital firms, hedge funds, family investment offices, and ultra high net worth individuals. These firms and executives are in the business of making investments in companies and realizing return on their investments. Their goal is to identify private companies with attractive future growth opportunities and durable competitive advantages, invest capital, and realize a return on their investment with a sale or an IPO. So basically, they're going to buy you and then take you to an IPO or sell you again.
Like Brentwood Associates.
Well, yeah, that's what
Awesome.
Brentwood did. It's just going to the next level of somebody that wants to go, take the chance of trying to grow it more and make more out of it.
Patrick, why are you trying to be like me and not show yourself?
What? I'm showing myself.
Just your picture.
It is. It shows me.
I see you. No, I see you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Must just be my computer. There, now I can see you.
Oh, I can see you too. Oh, hey.
Hi. Well, let's meet later then.
Right.
Can you guys
Let's
meet
do it.
Thursday?
Thursday would work for me. Yeah.
Thursday's good with me.
Sorry.
He's gonna be suiting up.
I think Chris, we need to move him to that other group now.
Yeah. We've
I
all,
was in
Clear
another
yourself.
group last week, but they kicked me out.
you
They
got
didn't even let
kicked
me
out?
join in. Yeah, she emailed me yesterday and said, "Hey, we couldn't get a hold of you. Did you check your email?" I said, "Of course I checked my email. You didn't send me anything." And she said, "Oh, we did the project without you. Sorry."
Oh no.
Well, it doesn't really
Hey,
matter
well,
'cause there's
thanks.
no grades on that
Appreciate it.
project anyway.
Oh, good.
There's no grade on all the stuff we did online?
No.
No, there's no grade.
Are you
Oh, good.
serious?
They didn't do it.
Mario's getting kicked out of his office.
Look at that. How about that? I think the time's up, folks.
Yeah, Angelique, that's why I asked him on the call. I said, "Is there anything to turn in, or is there anything on this thing?" And he's just
Well,
like, "No, nothing on there."
on the group assignment, like trying to come to a compromise, there's no thing on that. We wasted our time?
I didn't
No,
waste my time.
Angelique, it was an exercise that helped to build us.
Yeah.
You just don't see the value.
Well, you didn't enjoy Mr. Doug? You didn't like Doug?
All right, well, good night, guys.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Hasta luego.
Bye.
Hey, congratulations, Chris. Good luck, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Have
appreciate
fun.
it.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
we're excited for you.
Make sure you dance.
Nah, he's off now. He bounced.
He's like, before these
He's enough with those guys.
These guys are gonna make me regret it. I better go.
See ya.
naughty. He's like, is this what happens when you turn 40? Over 40?
Who's 40?
Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
that?
who's 40?
Yeah,
Past
who's that?
40. I'm
Who's-
39. I still got a couple months.
I'm 35.
What?
You're
I'll
35?
be 40.
Yeah.
I'll be 43 next Monday.
Aw.
Hey, that's cool.
Here, I'm gonna show you guys this.
38.
You turned 43 on Halloween.
Yes.
That's funny.
Cool. We'll call you too.
Hey, I'm not doing anything, so I don't care.
You can stop this
So,
video.
so I'm the old man of the group, huh?
Yep.
Hey, look at this, guys. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you a link real quick. Let's see.
All right, we'll stop the video though.
Wait, let me stop the broadcast.